Hi everybody, Michael with Twin City Luxury Auto. Now there are many ways to describe a Bentley motor car. Fast, opulent, extravagant even. But there are three words that really embody what a Bentley motor car is. Speed, power, and luxury. And I'm lucky enough today to be able to show you the new Bentley motor car that embodies all three of those ideals. This is the 2013 Bentley GT Speed. Let's revisit those words. Speed. Well, this has speed in its name, but you do have to be able to back up that claim, which this car does. This is the fastest road-going production Bentley ever to come out of the Crew factory. Tops out at a thundering 205 miles an hour, making it faster than the old Super Sports. Power. Well, this one has 590 foot-pounds of torque, available from 1700 RPM, not much above idle. This is a vehicle that has a torque curve as flat as the Bonneville Salt Flats and as big as Texas. And luxury. It's a Bentley. It doesn't get much more luxurious than this, and especially when you compare it to the old Super Sports, it's a little bit of a softer edge to it. The suspension is lowered about 10 millimeters, but it's a lot more progressive than that old vehicle. So let's today go around the vehicle, and we're going to take a look at what differentiates the GT Speed from some of the other W12s in the lineup. We'll start at the front. As we come around to the front of the GT Speed, the first thing you're going to notice as this car runs up on you on the Autobahn is going to be the standard GT mesh grille, except on the Speed version, it's finished in the dark tint finish. It's a little more exclusive, a little more work in the production, but on a car as limited and as rare as this, they want to do something special. So you get that dark tint finish on the upper and lower grills. Now let's go around to the other side. We're going to show you the new wheel on the GT Speed. As we get around to the front of the car, we see one of the more striking features of the new GT Speed. This is the new 21-inch 10 split-spoke wheel. This is finished in the same dark tint that the front grille was. It is optional in silver, but to get that full sporty effect, I do recommend going with that gorgeous dark tint finish. Now right behind me, we've got the new W12 badge. This is actually standard on all Continental GTs now. It differentiates this car from the entry-level V8. Now let's take a look at the back and see what we've got new back there. So as we get around to the back of the vehicle, first thing you're going to notice is going to be this rear haunch line. It runs from in front of the rear wheel all the way through the tail lamp into the rear bumper. And with this tail lamp, Bentley actually call it a floating tail lamp assembly. And when you do look at it, there's not a single body crease or weld mark through this. So it really does look like it's floating. And for 2013 Bentley, you've put this chrome ring on all the Continentals just to emphasize the fact that they didn't have to cut this quarter panel apart to fit a tail lamp assembly. Now let's take a look at the exhaust system on this car, because it is a little bit different. So now we find ourselves at the back of the new 2013 Bentley GT Speed. One of the first things you'll notice as you approach the car from the rear is going to be the exhaust system. You'll notice on the inside of the muffler tip, Bentley has put this rifling effect in there. It's an interior styling cue that they've moved to the outside of the vehicle. It's something you won't find on any other production car. The next part, when you fire this vehicle up, you're going to hear a bit of a different growl than you normally would on a 2013 W12. That's because this is the same exhaust system that they fitted to the Ice Speed Record car driven by Juha Kankkunen. And it's part of the reason why this car has so much speed. Now that we've had a chance to take a look at the design differences from the exterior, let's take a look and see what Bentley's done for us on the interior. Now, being a Bentley, standard cars obviously have more luxury than you could ever want. So there's only a few minor changes for the Speed model. The first of which you'll notice the Speed logo emblazoned on the tread plate when you open up the door. The second, and probably the most noticeable, especially on the way our car is spec'd up, is that now you're able to get the color split leather on the W12. Ours is done in white and black, and being a Mulliner spec car as well, this affords you the contrast stitching on the seats, steering wheel, and all through the center console. Now our car in particular has piano black wood trim. You can get carbon fiber and machine turned aluminum, which will actually be finished in the same dark tint as the wheels and the grille, so it really ties everything together. And really those are the big and only changes for the interior of the 2013 Speed model. Let's take a look under the hood. We'll go over some of the mechanical differences between this car and a conventional W12. So now we find ourselves at the heart of this fire-breathing Bentley. With 616 horsepower and 590 foot-pounds of torque, Bentley had to perform a few minor tweaks to get there. They're utilizing a new engine management software system and the iSpeed record exhaust. They've also upgraded the suspension system a little bit. It's dropped 10 millimeters, which doesn't sound a lot, but behind the wheel of this vehicle, you can really tell the extra tautness in that driving sensation. They've utilized the new 8-speed ZF gearbox to great effect, and with the four-wheel drive system on this vehicle, everything ties together. It's a vehicle that really, at 50 miles an hour on the highway, is pure luxury. One touch of the sport button, and it's a completely different animal that, in my opinion, can definitely keep pace with some of the other sports cars on the market. So there you have a vehicle that combines all the luxury of a Bentley on the inside with the hand-stitched, hand-cut leather. You've got the speed and power with this fire-breathing twin-turbo unit here. It's a car that can do it all with no compromises. So there we have our review of the 2013 Bentley Continental GT Speed, a vehicle that doesn't compromise anything on its way to becoming the pinnacle grand touring vehicle, a car that Bentley's going to have to try awfully hard to exceed in the future. But if this doesn't whet your appetite, there'll be a convertible version coming soon. Thanks for watching.